Syracuse. Whoa. Actually,
Convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Here's Mond. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Mond.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
And he will find his man on the outside. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Mond now off of play action.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Mond looks to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, French. And his throw here's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mond. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Fights through him. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
call a no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
Mon going to throw it.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them are blessed with the greatest of hands. But the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air, and they come away with the pick.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, French. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, French. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on 2nd down, French. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, French. He's got his receiver, Cooper. He stiff arms him, and he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. French. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down. French. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 2 minutes to play in this 1st half. 7-3, our score.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mond's throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. picked off around the 27. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing after the interception. French. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, French. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. French. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Well, for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second down and 7.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. French. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw complete to Washington.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd down and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another tote for Carter.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. back to throw. French. Smith catches left side. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Off the option, it's Jones.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mond. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Elijah Moore.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
Now the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. French. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down now, it's Cooper. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun, French. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, here is Crowder. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw on second down. French. This one caught by Crowder. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, but it'll be second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. French. He's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
2nd down at 5. Here's Mond. He sets up the screen to Jones. And some room to maneuver. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mon. It's Miller, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Man open, here is Jones. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. French into the hands of Cooper. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and 2, French. Pass caught by Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.